Hey everyone, this is Vax and Jets, coming back to play some more of Ace Combat Infinity's campaign. In the last mission, we went to Tokyo to shoot down some UAVs, and in this mission, we'll be heading down to some place in the ocean. I have no idea.
Welcome back. Let's continue where we left off. Now, where was I? Oh, right. So tensions were escalating worldwide. The wars that resulted led to an increasing number of refugees. To handle these refugees, special semi-autonomous zones were established in the EU, the Asian nations, and part of Russia. EULI, the zone founded in southern Russia, was the largest of them land-wise, which allowed them to take in vast numbers of migrants. But these refugees were treated like cheap labor. Living conditions grew worse, and the region was soon home to gigantic slum areas. Anti-foreign worker demonstrations were rife across the entire zone, threatening peace and welfare in the surrounding regions. As a result, a certain company stepped in to help support the job market in the refugee zones. That company was Werner Noah Enterprises, the defense contractor giant. Once nations had to slash their military budgets after the Ulysses disaster, the private military service industry with its mercenary forces experienced a major boom. Also, thanks to the Advanced Automated Aviation Plan introducing enhanced computer numerical control to aircraft manufacture, it became a simple matter to rebuild previously existing aircraft designs. The resulting glut in available aircraft led to a new issue, a lack of pilots to control them. Hence why you now see mercenary groups cobbled together from dropout pilots. But I digress. The nations and federations overseeing the special zones welcomed Werner's support. In turn, Werner received huge parcels of land and a huge workforce to do its bidding. Soon the company expanded
Hey, the
from its
captions
core
were
military
different.
business into energy and space development. Their business had an enormous impact on recovery efforts around the world, and the localized conflicts began to simmer down. Now we come to today, 20 years later. The special zones have shown major economic growth under Werner's wing. But the huge weapons stockpiles stored in these zones have made them a breeding ground for armed extremist groups. These groups have formed a multinational network spread across the special zones. And more we're seeing them carry out anti-imperialist attacks in the nations surrounding EULI. This has led the UN and the world's superpowers to label them terrorists. Which brings us to... Are you awake? Sorry, you must be tired. We can pick this up another time.
Well, that was a nice exposition cutscene. Now, I guess it's time for the briefing.
Following the Tokyo terror attack, the UN staged emergency inspections on facilities in EULI. They didn't obtain any evidence on the new UAVs we saw, but they did discover plans for an orbital weapon. Multiple nations are apparently involved in its development. The UN calls it a violation of space treaties and a new threat to replace nuclear proliferation. They're demanding the project be halted immediately. As a result, the chief military official at Werner has been forced out of the company. But this thing isn't over yet. In fact, it's just beginning. We've spotted a large squadron of unidentified transport aircraft heading for Area B9K, an aerospace center in the West Indies, accompanied by escort craft. The center was involved with the development of the space weapon I discussed. The nature of the cargo is unknown, but once we identify the craft as hostile, you have permission to shoot them down. Normally, this would be a UNF or USAF job, but given how tense things have been with Latin America, the US doesn't want to pour any more oil on the fire. All in all, they preferred if the media kept their focus on the Tokyo attacks instead of this. That's why they enlisted us privateers for their dirty work. It ought to be a pretty good payday for us.
Yay, money!
We'll be having our best pilot on this op. In Arrows, if you're a top earner, you get first priority over everyone else. You want money, you want fame, then you're gonna have to outdo our ace here.
Alright, so I'll be flying the same plane as I did in the last mission, my Rafale M with the high-capacity air-to-air missiles. It's really quite overpowered for this mission, but, you know, you can never be too safe.
Nothing like a trip to the Caribbean.
Goodfellow, to all units. The unidentified transports and escorts are approaching the Aerospace Center.
Oh
Once we
no.
identify them as hostile, we have permission to shoot them down. Don't let them damage the Aerospace Center.
Phone Arrow 1. This is Viper. Getting a radar blip on our 12.
Goodfellow to Viper, switch to an open channel and send out a notice.
Yeah, copy that. Attention unidentified aircraft. This is the Arrow Squadron operating under independent United Nations command. Follow our guidance and change your...
FC radar targeting from the craft. They're bandits.
I knew it!
All units, permission to engage.
Alright, let's get this party started. Hey, you, Phone Arrow 4, the rookie with that stupid emblem. Here with me. I want to see what you've got.
Yeah, this mission kind of pales in comparison to Shattered Skies from Ace Combat 4.
Watch out, enemy launching air-to-air missiles.
Which, if you didn't know, that's where the music from this mission comes from.
Dodge it. Locked on.
Not too
Is that
bad.
everyone?
More of them on our 12. Think you can keep up with me, kid?
Yay.
You know, that Reaper emblem you got freaks me out. I thought I painted a nicer one on that, right?
Enemy transport down. One hostile transport left. Your tactical recon data has been updated. Check that
Hi,
out.
Mirage.
Enemy transport squadron destroyed.
Hey, rookie! Take a look at Viper's craft. Thing's old enough to be in a
Where?
museum. But he threw a boatload of cash into customizing it. See that infinity mark on the side?
That's
That means
not
he shot
close at
down
all.
so many bandits, he can't keep counting. Viper here. King, bail out. Do you copy? Seems like you got a lot of
Okay,
free
I'm
time
really afraid
over
this guy's
there.
gonna crush into me.
You just got back in the air. Don't get yourself shot up again. Roger that, Viper.
Oh my god, what are these people doing?
Smells fresh.
All bandits confirmed down at
Ooh,
Not yet,
the
they
Blue
are.
Angels?
Got a couple stragglers.
Cruisers already arrived. Cover the next. Third enemy flight incoming. Take them all down.
Right. Time to make the donuts.
Anti-aircraft firepower looks cool.
Get 'em!
5 hostile craft left.
What the hell?
Enemy flights down. Keep it up.
Oh yeah.
Be careful. They're stronger than we thought. That's Viper. He's a veteran mercenary ace.
Fire.
Damn it.
Poor enemy pilots.
Bandit
Oh
left.
no.
This is it. All bandits offline. Great job, Bone Arrow Squadron.
Time to go home.
Goodfellow to Viper. How'd our new recruit do?
Reaper kid? Not bad considering. If he applies himself, I can see him becoming useful. Anyone
Yay.
can if they put in the time to get past their growing pains.
Too bad that last guy didn't get that far.
Yeah, because you pushed him too hard.
Guess that's where they launch the rockets.
Well done. The Aerospace Center emerged unscathed.
Oh yeah.
We're investigating the transported cargo right now. For now, this will remain a covert op. Now, I know you guys just went halfway around the world, but I've got more work for you. A group of 9 high-powered executives known as the Gray Men have been kidnapped in Russia.
Not Russia.
We're talking elite members of the most exclusive circles of world economics and government. Meanwhile, terrorist forces have occupied a Werna military facility in Uli in southwest Russia. We've got armed insurrections around other Werna facilities too, and we think they're connected. So, we'll be heading for Russia.
Russia. Yay. Yay, got an S rank. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more.